Yo guys, this is Jared, aka the Saint of Sins on Xbox Live, bringing some more MLB thoughts for Saturday, April 21st, 2012. Yesterday I did well on my picks, picking up 9 more victories with 5 losses. The Rangers and Tigers game was postponed until today, where they'll be playing a doubleheader. I'm currently sitting at 111 wins to 95 losses on the season. So with that in mind, let's move into today's matchups. We begin Chicago as the Reds and Cubs send up Mike Leake and Paul Maholm. I like the Reds in this one. In Washington, the matchup will be Anibal Sanchez versus Steven Strasburg. This one I flip-flopped on a bit, but I'm going to settle on the Marlins. The Rangers and Tigers will kick off the first game of their doubleheader, sending up Matt Harrison to face off against Rick Porcello. I'm going to continue to stick with my pick from yesterday and pick the Tigers in this one. At Citi Field, Ryan Vogelsong will face off against Mike Pelfrey. I went back and forth on this one quite a bit, but I'm going to settle on the Mets, hoping that Pelfrey will prove to be a stronger pitcher in this outing. White Sox and Mariners have a matchup of Philip Humber and Blake Beavan. Thus far, Humber has looked very impressive, as has Beavan, but I'm going to be siding with the White Sox in this exchange. Yankees and Red Sox sees Freddie Garcia take to the mound to face off against Felix Doubront. This one I don't expect to be pretty at all, but I'll be saddling up with the Red Sox. Clayton Kershaw takes to the mound to face off against Kyle Weiland out in Houston in what I expect will be a Dodgers victory. The Pirates continue to host the Cardinals, sending up Kevin Correa to face off against Jake Westbrook. The numbers really weren't all that persuasive, but they swayed me enough to believe that possibly Pittsburgh picks up the victory in this exchange. Back in Detroit for the second game of this doubleheader, Neftali Feliz takes to the mound to face off against Justin Verlander. After Verlander's last start, I do believe he's on a roll for maybe 23 plus victories on the season, so sign me up for a Tigers victory in this one. The Rockies and Brewers will clash, sending up Drew Pomeranz to face off against Marco Estrada. Neither pitcher has any kind of stat line against the other's offense, but looking at each pitcher's last game log, I kind of want to edge out here for Estrada and give this one over to the Brewers. Twins and Rays in Tampa Bay as Carl Pavano takes on Jake Shields. I had initially wanted to go with Tampa Bay in this one, but seeing Pavano's numbers against Tampa Bay at Tampa Bay have swayed me to pick the Minnesota Twins in this one. The Blue Jays will task debuting rookie Drew Hutchinson to face off against Royals' Luis Mendoza. Having taken a quick look at Hutchinson's numbers down in the minors, I see that he's only played at the highest level of AA ball, and that doesn't bode well for me, so sign me up with a Royals victory. Tommy Hanson takes to the mound in Arizona to face off against Joe Saunders. Again, the injuries to the Arizona's outfield have left me wondering if they can produce any kind of offense at all, especially with Hanson being so dominant without Upton or Young in the lineup. So sign me up for a Braves victory. The Padres will task Corey Lupke to face off against the Phillies' Roy Halladay. Once again, I'm reminded that the Padres have almost no offense whatsoever to speak of, so give me a Halladay victory, sending him to 4-0. Orioles and Angels clash in Anaheim as Jake Arrieta takes to the mound to face off against Jarrett Weaver. This one I expect to be a true pitcher's duel all the way out, leaving neither man with a decision, but I still want to give the edge to the Angels in this one. And finally, Indians and Athletics as Jenmar Gomez takes to the mound to face off against Brandon McCarthy. I'm hesitant on this pick, but I'm going to lay it out there and side with Brandon McCarthy and the Oakland Athletics to take up this victory, despite McCarthy's lifetime numbers against the Indians. Sadly, I'm going to wrap up this edition short as well, so I will see you guys later. Peace.